The Club Venus Worms lost their first 2 games, but they were technically in 5th place due to their point totals. The Worms' third opponent, the worst team in the league at that point, Central Lane Building Supply. Nonetheless, the Las Vegas odds showed Central Lane as a clear favorite. As Worms fans scrambled for a good seat in Spencer Butte's gym, player coach Zach Van Eck's flight was delayed in Denver, and the camera crew had yet to leave team headquarters at Club Venus. By the time the camera was in place, the Worms trailed 16-0. Paul Bolin sparked the Worms early on. He blocked this shot and rebounded his own miss here. Meanwhile, in the stands, a Worm supporter is caught trying to pick up on one of the Central Lane player's girlfriends. He did not try it again. The whole incident also had its effect on Roland Bears. Shaken by the occurrence, Bears threw this one away, and Central Lane was on a roll. But the Worms fought back. Mark Brenneman scores here. Then a great setup. Ian Gillian passes inside to Scott McLean, but the Sludge Man is blocked by the rim. The same play again. This time the Sludge Man loses it, but the Worms get it back. Fenning's three-pointer won't go, and Ian Gilliland's shot is long. And Pete Pierce is called for the foul. Pete can't believe it, but would you believe this, Coach? Your team is down for the count at halftime.
Scott the Sludge Man himself cut my hair.
With 4 personal fouls. One more and I'm out of the game.
You've already up to 4 personal fouls.
Only 2 of them are for real. The other 2 were bad calls.
And it didn't get much better as Central Lane scores the next 16 points of the game. It was a dejected scene on the Worm bench. Russian rookie Scott Baker laughed at his own joke while Paul Bolin could only scratch his head. Frustration quickly set in. Here, the Sludge Man, Scott McLean, takes out his anger on an unsuspecting Central Lane player. Finally, Mark Brenneman could take no more. And that, boys and girls, is your slime beer foul of the game. And that got the Worms fired up. Club Venus scored 4 straight baskets. Charging on Central Lane, and Pete Pierce is fired up. At the other end, Pierce hits for 2 more to continue the Worm rally, and the Club Venus fans go wild. Paul Bolin on the follow. the block, and the rebound. And Ian Gilliland for 2 of his 10 points. Fenning scores again, much to the delight of Russian rookie Scott Baker. Final seconds, Fenning is hot and wants the ball, but Paul Bullen will nail this three-pointer for the Worms. But Central Lane, in control all the way, wins it going away. Ian Gilliland had his best performance of the season, and it took its toll.
It was pretty damn exciting, wouldn't you say?
Foots Fenning, fast becoming the Worms' most consistent scorer, is once again the Slime Beer Player of the Game.
And they don't practice. They don't practice. Today, they were supposed to practice. No one showed up. They were at the Vets Club last night drinking Long Island iced teas. I know this for a fact. They drank too much. They all missed their practice. One person, Jay Surrey, showed up. That was Jay Surrey that showed up, wasn't it?
He's dribbling around. He's dribbling. He's dribbling. He's running. He's dribbling. He's dribbling. He's running. He's passing. He's dribbled in more dribbling. Yes, there's much dribbling to the center. Sludge Man fouled on his way out. Well, if they have a nice game, usually the two teams shower together.
Against the only team they thought they had a chance to beat. They're losing worse than ever before.
Number 2, Pippi Longstocking steps up to the plate.
The Club Venus Worms look so good.
Boy, we're just not as cute as last week, are we? Opus up, and it's a swisher!
To 2. To 11. To 30 of the Eugene Christian Fellowship. That was traveling.
Bravo. It's getting dirty! It's getting down and dirty! Traveling! He disagrees! He used his big muscles to break that little boy's face.
I'm getting a headache. You're supposed to be helping me. What are you doing? You're fired.
I'm doing play-by-play.
Was anything going on now? What are you doing?
Spacing out.